I got to bring some sparkle to your life on this Monday. Yes. With my favorite color. I got to start off with a smile too. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you've had a great start of your day. It's a great day to have a great day. That's what I always tell my students. It's a great day to have a great day. I am ecstatic to be with you on this May 6th, this second month of the second quarter, right? May, is blooming. Things are growing. There's growth going on. And people are in their yards, and it's a lot of. It's time for your harvest season. So let's get prepared for that, right? By talking about your money mindset. My name is Toria Howard. I am an educator. I'm a real estate professional. I'm a financial literacy educator and a business funding broker. And I'm giving you some motivation on this Money Mindset Monday. And let me get my timer together because I do have a meeting and I don't want to talk too long. So I want to make sure that I come through today and do my due diligence for my audience and let people know, hey, listen, it's still a great time to get your life in order, your money in order, right? I know there's a lot of things going on, a lot of scare tactics and things, and you hear all these things in the news and all of that, but you have to realize that you have the power to take control of it. And one of the things that you have to start with is your mindset. So let me start my timer. So I have 10 minutes to go over this. So when you talk about your money mindset, you have to reflect on your relationship with money, right? You know how you feel when you have money, you know what it feels like not to have money. So you have a relationship. We just don't like to recognize that it's a relationship because it's a something that is a emotionless thing that gives, that doesn't give emotion back to you, but you give emotion to it. Listen, like some relationships you've been in. Let me just say that. And also, let me say this: have you voted for me today? I gotta get my votes up. I moved from 8th to 7th place, so thank you for all of you all that have voted for me. And if you don't know what I'm talking about I am doing. I'm in the running for a Supermom grant, which is for $20,000 in a trip to Palm Springs. So I would love, love, love to get your support on that. But back to the lecture at hand, right? Right quick. So reflect on your money story when you're talking about your relationship with money. What was your upbringing? How was money viewed and handled in your family? Early experiences often shape the way and our beliefs, as we get older. So understanding where that comes from help you identify the limited beliefs that you have about money and start to think about the patterns that you have, the spending habits, the hoarding or whatever. Because I know a lot of people, depending on your generation, either you grew up in a household where people held on to money like they were never going to get any anymore, or, that everything was spent or there wasn't enough. But why wasn't there enough? Right? You have to reflect on that. Sometimes our parents weren't living beyond their means. They just didn't have enough skills to make enough money to be able to afford, the basic necessities in life. I was listening to Glorilla on, I saw a clip of her interview on Club Shay Shay, and she said she stayed in a house with 10 brothers and sisters. Okay. Her mother had 10 children. She had to sleep in a bed with four other people, So, everybody's situation and circumstances are different. Like for me, I was the only child, so I was spoiled and I didn't want or need for anything. So my upbringing, my dad was very good with money. He knew how to flip credit cards and, move stuff around and have money and get, do different things because even though my dad was, which he'll be 81 in 2 weeks, even though my dad couldn't read, fluently that well, he could read to understand. He knew money. That's one thing that he did, but he just never taught me. I took my spending habits after my mother, who's a spender. She spends everything that she has, but she's very generous. She always wanted me and my sister to look good. We had the finest clothes and all of that. She wanted us to look the part because my mother is very pristine and she's very prissy, and she wanted us to have the best of the best. So I took my spending habits after her. So you have to reflect on your upbringing and how, your money, you know, how money was viewed in your family in order to understand your relationship with money. So another thing, once you figure that part out, okay, so I know that I'm a hoarder, I'm a spender, I'm whatever that is, whatever your relationship with money is, I'm a spender. I'm gonna just say it. I was a spender. I am a spender, but I am more aware of the spending that I do now, because I used to spend everything that I had, to, look good. Sometimes you be want to look the part. And I took the habits of when I was in high school having an influx of money because my parents didn't communicate that well. So I had a job. I was getting money from my mom. I was getting money from my dad. They didn't communicate. So I had a lot of money growing up, and I did a lot of things that, a lot of teenagers didn't do. I didn't have, my dad would not buy me a new car, but I had a decent car. But I was at the mall every week. I was going to find restaurants every week with my friends. So we were doing all those type of things. And I took those same habits with me as an adult, not thinking about that I had to insert those bills in there. And I tried to live the same way, and it did not work out great for me. I have fixed my finances probably 7 to 8 times. I filed bankruptcy 3 times. Like, listen, I have a whole thing. So don't be embarrassed because I've done it. Um, but then once I figured out what my relationship with money was, okay, which I was a spender, a bad spender, because it's nothing wrong with being a spender as long as you're investing it so it can make more money. I was investing in things that wasn't bringing me any return. I was investing in things that was depreciating, that didn't matter, that was going out of style or whatever. So the next thing you have to do is track your spending habits. And that's what I had to do. I had to figure out where was my money going because I wanted to be a homeowner. I became a homeowner in 2010. But before that, did consolidation programs. I had to, I had collections. I had to pay down my debt, all these different things that I did. And I also made myself a sacrifice to spend, to save, so I could have the money that I needed. So you have to keep tabs on where your money goes, because that's essential. For you have to gain this is for gaining the insight into your financial habits. So you can use apps, you can use spreadsheets, you can use pen and paper, write it down monthly, and then analyze where your money is going. A lot of times we know where the money is coming in, but we don't know the money that's going out, especially nowadays when we have things that come out automatically. Everything is, auto pay, all these apps and subscriptions. And I forgot about a DoorDash subscription. Like, it was like, why are they charging me $10? I forgot about some on Amazon they was charging me. It wasn't even Prime. It was something else they were charging me for. I had to get rid of all of that stuff by tracking it. So whatever it is, they got apps. If you're a spreadsheet person, you're a pen and paper person. So this can highlight the areas and where you need to adjust your spending and align with your future goals. So what is your financial goals is the question that you have to ask yourself when you're tracking your spending. So what is it that you want to do? Do you want to purchase a home? Do you want to purchase a car? You want to start a business? You want to invest? What is the purpose of your money in growing? So some people, are homeowners already. So you might not want a home, but maybe you want to buy a new car in the right way. Or maybe you want to invest or buy a investment property or whatever it is, start a business. You have to know and track your spending so you can know where you can cut back and where you're bleeding. Okay. And the last thing, number 3, is evaluate your financial goals and values. So what are your short-term and long-term financial goals? What is it that you want to do? So are your spending habits aligned with those goals? That's what you have to think about. So you reflect on your values and your priorities in life and see if your spending reflects that. If it doesn't, then that means you need to change. So you need to do some adjusting. So you have to be in alignment. In order for things to click, to work for you, you have to be in alignment. That's just how it works. There is no other way for you to get anything done if you're not in alignment. And I'm not just talking about with your money, I'm talking about with anything. You can't be all over the place with things. You have to get in alignment. You have to do one thing at a time and not get overwhelmed talking to myself. Because I'm the type of person that I think I'm a master multitasker. Okay. And I try to do a whole lot of things at once. But when you're focusing and you are trying to get yourself in alignment, you have to do it one step at a time. And there's nothing wrong with that. Start where you are, meet yourself where you are. Hello to everybody on Instagram. I appreciate you tuning in. So, just talking about, the importance of knowing your relationship with money. So, just a recap. So, in order to understand your relationship with money, you have to figure out, where did these ideals come from? What was your upbringing about? What was your limited beliefs about money when you grew up? And what I mean by that is, what were the things that people, did with money in your family that, made you scared of money? There's a lot of people that are scared of money and talking about money. Like, you should have financial talks with your family all the time. And who cares if they, get an attitude or whatever? They'll get used to it, or get down or lay down. You know what I mean? But it's important, especially nowadays, especially since a lot of things are transpiring in our political climate, our economic climate, and around the world. If you haven't looked, Nairobi, African nation, okay, their cryptocurrency, their electronic currency, is backed by gold. Listen, that is substantial. If you don't understand, like, currency backed by gold is one of the strongest currencies, and they're getting their electronic currency backed by gold. You got to follow the money, people. Our money hasn't been backed by gold since the 70s. Nixon 86 that. So our money is just paper. So if you're not using it to make more money for you and put it into different vehicles so it can move for you, you're going to lose a lot of money. So you need to make sure that you are doing so. Tracking your spending habits, either on pen and paper, a spreadsheet, or apps. They have all types of apps. If you are a spreadsheet person, do that. See where your money is going every single month, and where you can stop the bleeding and where you can cut back. And then you evaluate your goals so they align with your financial goals. What is it that you want to do? Buy a house, start a business, invest, save for college funds, whatever it is. You need to be able to do those steps first in order to be in alignment. That's the whole point. So if you're ready to take control of your finances, because my time is up, and build a brighter financial future, please reach out to me for your personalized financial literacy services. I would love to assist. So let's work together to unlock your financial potential. Let's do this, okay? So I will just say, you can reach out to me. You can comment on this video, yes, or you could just send me a DM, PM, and my link is in my bio on my Instagram. It's going to be in the comments in my Facebook page, and it's in the description section of my YouTube. So let's get it together, people. Let's get our money working for us and making it vehicles. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow for Real Estate Tuesday.